What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Wayne Jones Show. This is episode 34. So happy to be back, and even happier to introduce to you our guest today, a very funny man, a very nice man, a legend in the improv world. I'm going to say it. It's true. Everybody, please give a warm welcome to the one and only Jacob Banigan.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you both.
Now, if people don't know who Jacob Banigan is, then I'm going to tell you who he is. So Jacob Banigan is an improviser who I met in Edmonton because I do improv in Edmonton, and I'm from Edmonton.
We met in Toronto.
Did we?
That's
okay,
right.
Well, I screwed it up. 30 seconds in, I already messed it up. But you're right, we did in 2013.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. But we got to know each other better.
Yes.
In Edmonton.
Yeah.
But we did meet in Toronto during this crazy world record-setting improvathon, improvised soap opera marathon.
55 hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was a snowstorm in the middle of it.
It was crazy.
It was this crazy weekend. It was so fun. And that's where I really first saw the magic of Jacob on stage, because you were playing the owner of the Choke and Poke toys, weren't
right.
you?
Yeah, I was playing I was doing my Jimmy Stewart impression.
Yeah.
Although I didn't have a gray hair or beard or anything, I just sounded like an old man. That was my thing for the whole weekend.
Right.
Just talking like an old poop. And
So a little bit of background on Jacob. Jacob has been doing improv for years. He used to be the artistic director of Rapid Fire Theater in Edmonton, which is Edmonton's sort of biggest improv company. They do a lot of shows, really cool place. Jacob, in the mid-90s, took the helm over, ran it to the early 2000s, and now he resides in Austria, where he is at Theater im Bahnhof.
pretty good.
Close?
Yep.
6 out of 10.
Theater im Bahnhof.
Theater im Bahnhof, which is translated to...
Theater in the train station.
Theater in the train station.
Yeah.
So living in Austria, performing, but really the magic of Jacob Banigan, you have to see him live. Improv is an art form, obviously, that I do and that I love, but it requires a certain tact, and a lot of times less is more. And if people try to do too much, sometimes in improv it gets confusing. Jacob is this maestro and this wizard of coming in with just enough that his character can go anywhere he needs to go. And that's what, to me, is the amazing thing about watching him perform and performing with him, is that he doesn't need all these, frills and gimmicks. He just comes in with a little bit of thing, and then he just has fun with it. And I love watching him and performing with him. So,
Well, thanks. That's mostly born out of laziness. I'll only give as much as to get the show I want. Yeah. That's as much as I'm going to give. I'm not going to go hard and sell myself on the whole thing. I'll just step at a time. But we haven't met everyone in the room yet.
Here.
Yeah.
No, we sure haven't.
Me.
We sure haven't. We haven't. We've met Jacob Banigan, but you guys do know who we also have here, because you love her. You always want more of her. Give it up for Debo in the building.
That's me.
Yay.
What up, guys?
And then, of course, we have Katangeli doing some social media, and we got Will on the control room over here. But Jacob, today is really about you, all right?
Okay.
It's about you.
Okay, I just thought I'd...
So, quit trying to run the show, all right?
And, of course, the amazing Wayne Jones.
Hey-o. He's not bad. He's not bad. But yeah, so I'm really interested to hear a little bit more about the Austrian scene, the art scene, the European art scene, because I love Europe. I really want to go. I've been there a few times. I do know some people out there who perform, like yourself and some others, that I could kind of put together a little trip if I wanted to. But first of all, day-to-day life in Austria compared to Edmonton. You've just been back home in Edmonton, where you are originally from. You've been back here now for 2 weeks or so. Day-to-day life, give me the top 3 differences.
Top 3 differences. Everyone speaks German.
Okay.
In Austria. That's
a big
difference.
one.
You notice that right away. Bakeries are everywhere. Fresh baked goods. That's something that North America could really learn from. Is everywhere you go, you can go find a nice bakery.
Wow.
And you don't know the magic of it till you spend some time in Europe and go, this is actually really cool that everywhere you go, you can get fresh, great baked goods. And they sell cappuccinos and la la la.
Ooh.
Yeah. But that's something I'm like, Canada could learn from that. Have a bakery on every corner.
Do you think that's, is that unique to Austria, or is that just like Europe?
Yeah, no, Germany. Pretty much everywhere I've been in Europe. There's these little bakeries that are just fantastic.
Yeah, we just think Tim Hortons is going to cut it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, real people making real food. And that's the whole thing. Also, generally, the laws are different about what preservatives can be used in food. And so generally the food is just healthier. You know, it's harder to eat poorly.
Right.
It's so easy to eat poorly here in
Right.
Canada. And in Europe, it's hard to eat poorly. Yeah.
Is it the additives and all that here?
It's additives, preservatives, and
Yeah. That's interesting. Not everybody, but people know that I've been on this app Clubhouse all the time. I'm always on it till 5 a.m. And there's these improvised musical rooms that we go in. And there's a couple women. One of them, she's in sort of that France-Belgium region. And every time I talk to her, she's always riding her bike from bakery to bakery. So it's just like, she's like, I'm going to the
cliches,
bakery.
yeah.
I need to find a bakery. There's one in this other little town. And she'll just go from little town to little town. If a bakery's closed here, she'll go over here.
And there's a guy playing accordion on the corner and
bonjour,
monsieur.
That's so cool. That's like the magic of Europe, right? Is that difference? Those cultural differences is what I'm trying to get out of you. So for performing, what's the difference? Because you know Edmonton. What's the difference of performing an improv show to say 150 people here compared to there? Is there a difference in the crowd's energy? Is there a difference in the way people consume entertainment? Do they all go out on the weekends? Is it a daytime? What would you say?
Well, there's
did we do the top 3 yet?
No, yeah, well, kind of, yeah.
We did
the bakery,
one more.
the German, and generally the food is better.
Okay, and then the food overall.
Yeah. But you're asking a lot of different questions there. So like about audiences will find us when we do shows in our theater in Theater im Bahnhof. Sometimes we'll put a show in the middle of the woods or on a bus that's going around the city or wherever, wherever we need to do the show, or we're inspired by a location, and the audience will go and find us. And I think in Canada, you really have to hold people's hands. Go, no, it's okay. The theater is this way. It's over. It's not the usual theater. It's in the alley, and people go, okay, it's a little weird. But in Europe, people are like, oh, I have to get on the bus and then ride a bike and then swim across the bay, and that's where the show is? Okay.
No problem.
I'll be there at 7. Yeah. Yeah.
So they're just more...
And of course, this is general terms because I'm very lucky to be in a really cool theater with a lot of great fans that will find us.
Yeah, and you're in Graz.
Graz, Austria, yeah.
Graz, Austria. And Vienna is the capital
Yes.
of Austria. How far is Graz from Vienna?
2 hours, 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. Yeah. Okay. Wow, that's cool.
So that's one aspect of it. Another aspect, when you ask, like, if I play differently to an audience in Europe or here, when I first went over in 2001 with Mark Meir and Josh Dean,
right.
Our first shows in Berlin, we were nervous because we were like, how do we connect with the German audience? We have no idea. And right away, they were with us and laughing with us, and it was fine. But we also sensed, after the show, we talked right away saying, okay, we cannot rely on idioms or adages or sayings or any cliches, and zero references. You cannot assume they know the same references as you. So
right.
that kind of just we took that out of our language of what's on stage. And it just made us better. You don't rely on stuff that everyone knows about.
Right.
You don't know.
Right.
But everyone knows how to be human or, connect with the human story in it. And that made us better.
Wow.
So go, okay, no references and no jokes. Less jokes.
Right.
Right?
So they had no problem with the English. Like they all understand the English. If they're going to the theater, it's kind of assumed that they just know English.
Generally, yeah.
Generally, okay.
Yeah. And sometimes we advertise shows saying it's easy English. Because we still just say what we say.
Yeah.
But as to warn people or to welcome people to say, hey, it's easy English. Okay.
Right. Yeah. So the crowds are generally friendly then.
And they're very open.
Yeah. That's nice. Because Edmonton's like that, right?
Yeah.
And Toronto's a little different. There's still nice crowds and friendly crowds, but they're a little bit more spoiled in Toronto. They have a lot of good people coming through. They have a lot of good people there, and they have tons of shows all the time. So they can be a bit picky about their stuff. So
maybe not as generous or patient.
Not as generous. Yeah. So you get a bit of a judgy.
Yeah, fuck
energy.
Toronto, man.
Yeah.
This is the Fuck Toronto podcast.
Yeah, that's the name of this episode, man. Fuck Toronto. Just kidding. There's
it
really,
just makes you
cheap
work
round trip flights.
It makes you work differently though, right?
Yes.
When you're playing in Toronto,
yes,
and you realize, they're not totally just with me. I can't assume they're with me.
Right.
So you do have to do that extra little thing.
Yeah.
And it makes you better in that way.
It does.
And then when you come to Toronto, for example, and go play in Europe, you realize, I don't have to work so hard. They're with me anyway. And you have to gear down and go, what is this? How do I play this way?
Right.
It works both ways.
Yeah.
So I never blame the audience. It's just a different audience.
I blame the audience all the time.
Fuck them. Fuck Toronto.
Fuck them Toronto audiences, man. Do you have a story of like has there ever been a crazy thing that ever happened in a European theater? Like, do you have a story of some interesting incident or a night you can remember, something that was just like, wow, this was a once in a lifetime thing that happened, or just like a wild, situation that occurred in a European theater that maybe wouldn't happen over here?
Maybe that wouldn't happen over here. I don't know.
Or
in one of the, I think might have been the first or second festival in Berlin, like my first or second time over there. We went out to see me and Steve and Lee from the Crumbs and Devin at the time. We went to go see Peaches live. We did an improv show and they were like, Peaches is playing. We're going to go see Peaches live.
That's a band.
Oh, she is amazing. She's a dynamite. You got to look up Peaches, man. You're going to love Peaches.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We'll get Peaches.
Who's a good Peaches? I want to see.
No, I've heard of Peaches. I
she'll
just
blow
draw
your
a
mind.
blank.
Yeah,
What's her era?
She writes songs about fucking. Like she's this tall and she picks up a huge guitar on stage and plays.
Is she famous?
Yeah.
What was her era?
2001, 2002 is when I saw her. Yeah. So anyway, we go see Peaches. After we do our show, we go see Peaches. And then that was amazing Berlin club with, these people. We had a woman in
it's like Blade.
A small woman, she was a short woman and a small woman. And we said, do you want us to pick you up? So we had the small woman on our shoulders because she couldn't see.
Yeah. You got
there's a crowd of people. Right?
I've done that.
And she was like, ah!
Yeah.
So we were like, this is so Berlin. This is so cool.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, we went to a little cafe near our hostel, and right away we got bad vibes. Bad vibes. Get out, get out, get out. But we ordered drinks, and then we finished our drinks really quick. And as we leave, we realize we think that's a Russian mafia bar.
Wow.
And when we came in, they started talking like one guy trying to scare us.
Really?
And it worked. We were terrified.
What?
Wow.
And we just got the vibe from the bartender of just get out, get out, get out, please leave.
Yeah.
And then our friend afterwards saying, I think that was Russian mafia.
Yeah.
So that never happens in Canada.
You just randomly picked the place, right?
Yeah.
I've been there.
Other people's like, don't go there. No, never go to the Red Star bar.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know that. I had a situation before, actually just recently, a few days ago, I was at a bar with some friends that I knew, and then there was like a little kind of a VIP room. And I ran into a couple guys who were a bit rougher around the edges, but I knew them. And they're like, yeah, come on in this room. No problem. Come on in here. Go in there, sit down. Bunch of like really weird, angry, sketchy guys. And like, that's it. I'm like, you know what? I'm pretty good with this room.
Yeah.
You know what? This is great to meet you guys. Thank you so much. All you definitely criminals. I'm out of here.
Yeah, you get that chill. Yeah. Get the hell out.
Yeah.
And fuck Toronto.
Yeah. So that was that. So that was.
I'm just pissing off anyone that,
was
might be
after
from
the
Toronto.
Peaches concert. That was after the Peaches concert.
I love Toronto,
with
by
Mark
the way.
Beer and
I was born in
Josh
Toronto.
Dean.
Well, they were on the trip with me.
You guys
that
were almost
night I was
murdered.
with the Crumbs. We were
The
almost
Crumbs,
murdered.
you said, yes.
Yeah,
the Crumbs.
from
Those are
Winnipeg.
great guys.
Yeah.
I like those guys. And you're close with Lee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I met them in 2013, 2014 in Toronto.
Sweet.
Improv guys in Winnipeg, sorry. Improv guys in Winnipeg. Very fun, cool guys. Now, we're going to move this away from the European talk because obviously we figured out it's fucking amazing. There's bakeries everywhere. You get croissants
bakeries.
every morning. He's bragging about all the
And Russian mafia.
baked goods you
Russian
get. And then
mafia
once in a
as
while, you
well.
might get killed by Russian mafia.
Little people you can carry.
No big deal. The Russian mafia
Yeah.
finds their way in everywhere. They always have a foothold somewhere. It's just like Chinese
I'll
restaurants.
give you one example of an improv show that blew my mind of, wow, we're doing it here kind of thing. Because it was part of an improv festival in Berlin in an old swimming pool that had been abandoned and covered
Wow.
up. And so inside was like spray painted graffiti and it was old design, like these arches. Arch, next level, arch. And the audience was sitting in the empty pool on boxes.
Wow.
And we were playing on the edges and up in these, in these balconies. And the sound was
Balconies
all
that
echoey.
are sort of those cutaway things where you can kind of move into the pool at shallower depths, right?
No, these are like here's the pool, and then the like a normal pool, and then like walls with 3 rows of balconies
Above the pool.
above the pool.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
And so we did a show in there, and that was for me one of the first times I went, wow, Europe is really cool to do shows.
Yeah.
We can do shows in this abandoned swimming pool, and it's
So
awesome.
cool.
You know?
Yeah. Do you think Berlin's the coolest city in Europe?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
What would compete?
Well, every other
coolest
city's got
vibes.
its cool things for
Amsterdam?
different reasons. Amsterdam is my number 2, but Berlin is my number 1 for cool city. You
Wow.
got to experience Berlin. You got to go there for at least a week.
Very artsy, right?
Very artsy, relatively cheap, very cheap. A lot of rough areas mixed with artsy areas, mixed with rich areas. Yeah, it's just the
gotta go.
best. Yeah,
I gotta go. I went to Germany. I went to Munich for Oktoberfest. That was really fun. But I feel like it was a missed opportunity. Should have went to Berlin.
Go to Berlin.
Yeah.
Go clubbing.
Oh, I like clubbing. So now we have a segment that Debo is going to host for us. And whenever Debo hosts segments, I get excited. So Debo, what do you got going on for us today?
I have another Would You Rather game.
Oh, no.
The last one was so good.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay, are you ready?
Ready.
All right. Would you rather fight Mike Tyson for 60 seconds or you have his lisp permanently?
Lisp. I'll take his lisp.
Not even a second thought.
I don't want him to hit me. It won't even 60 seconds, you said?
60 seconds in the ring.
3 seconds. It'll be hello. Boom. You know?
At his prime as well. Wayne, what do you think?
I'll fight him for sure. For sure. It's so funny because I immediately, when I heard it, was like, fight him. And he immediately
Lisp.
was like,
As soon as he said fight, I said,
Fight
nope.
him.
I'm checking out.
yeah. As soon as I said fight, as soon as you said 60 seconds, I went, I can survive that.
Like if I can
You
run
survive
away.
60 seconds
Oh yeah.
in the ring
I
with
can
Mike
survive-
Tyson?
Yeah, especially now. He's like 55.
Okay,
In his prime.
maybe if I could
In
run.
his prime. Is this in his prime or is it now?
In his prime.
This is in his prime?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Prime lisp. Too late.
I'll still fight him.
You probably end up with something worse.
I'll still
than
fight
a
him.
lisp.
I think I could run away and dodge and block for 60 seconds and survive.
You think you do that for 60 seconds?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so.
That's super.
You're coming out with a new list.
Yeah. You're going to get the lisp anyway.
Yeah.
Because your jaw will be broken.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna roll the dice on that. I'll do the 60 seconds. Man, that's a good one though. That's a
good one.
Good
Okay.
question. I love how we were both just like
The opposite.
100% the opposite.
Okay, I've got another one.
Okay.
Would you rather have an orgasm every 10 seconds or every 10 years? So,
An orgasm every 10 seconds.
But is
or
it
every 10
cumulative?
years?
Like, is it worth it?
yeah, what do you mean? Is it worth it?
Like, is it 10 years building up to one 10-year worth
Nah.
orgasm? And is every 10 seconds that good? Or do you just get used to it?
Are they all the same?
I think
Are
you
they
would
all
get
the same
used to it.
power?
Are they all the same power?
It fluctuates.
It fluctuates. But also, like, for men, it's different than women because men have cleanup. There's cleanup involved.
Women might have cleanup too sometimes.
Yeah, but that's a big question. It's like,
Men have more cleanup.
It's
Men do make a
impractical.
bigger mess
You
for
have
sure.
to choose.
I already have them every 2 minutes, so I will go to.
Every time.
oh no, he's having one now. He's
Hold on
having
a
one
sec.
now. Why did
Hold on
you
a
say
sec.
the word orgasm? That's what triggers him.
Okay. I will have it. Every 10 seconds is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
You can't even get through life that way.
Yeah.
You can't do anything. You can't order
like-
food. You can't have a meal. You can't.
That's like one of those
So have it
sounds
every
that
10
always
years.
sounds like it's going up. You know these sounds?
Yes.
They just be having an orgasm
Oh.
and dropping, and then it starts again and dropping.
The problem is that every 10 years you risk just becoming the worst person 5 years in.
Oh, you mean from frustration?
Yeah, from not being able to have an
Yeah.
orgasm for years. That makes you that represses a lot of stuff, you know. The 10 second that is an impossible would you
That's an
rather. But
impossible
I'm
would
gonna
you
go with every 10 seconds. Fuck it.
Every
I'm
10
taking every 10
seconds.
seconds.
Then I'll take every 10 years. I'll take one for the team.
Yeah.
Because if he's making a mess,
Yeah, we got to balance each other
we're
out.
gonna need some space.
Yeah, we'll hang out
that-
together and then we can explain each other's things, right?
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Well, this is your question. You're not allowed to. You can't judge anything that comes out of these questions.
I know. Okay, I'm sorry. I take that one back.
Would you rather drink blood? It's like, gross. You said you drink blood.
Murder 40 people today or 80 people tomorrow.
How dare you guys? How dare you?
That's actually a funny question. I should have added that. But I have one more for you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Before I have something else for you to do too. Okay.
Okay.
Would you rather change genders every time you sneeze, or not be able to tell the difference between a baby and a muffin?
And a muffin?
Whoa, this is an interesting one. Hold on a sec here. Change genders every time you sneeze.
I usually
We
sneeze
have
in
to break
threes.
these down because there's so much.
there's
You
a lot
guys
to
have put
parse
so
out.
much in
Layered.
these. Change genders every time you sneeze, or not be able to tell the difference between a baby and a muffin.
Are they connected? I don't know.
I feel like there's benefits to both situations here, but also
I can skip babies. I don't need to look at babies or muffins.
I don't think there's a big downside with the changing genders every time you sneeze. Like, I think that would be fun because I don't sneeze that much.
Yeah.
So when I sneeze
Then
once in a while and I
ask
became
me-
female.
After I sneeze, ask me the orgasm question again. You might get a different answer.
That's true.
You can't mix and match.
That's
Oh.
true. I'm switching genders and I'm having orgasms
And
every
Mike
10
Tyson
seconds.
is having the orgasms.
And I'm fighting Mike
Every-
Tyson at the same time.
You having an
Mike
orgasm.
Tyson's
So
muffin.
Mike Tyson's beating the shit out of me while I'm holding the muffin, cradling a muffin, and I'm having orgasms all the time as a female because I'm sick
And lisping.
and lisping. Okay, so
Pick your poison, boy.
the answer. What's your answer, Jacob?
Yeah, I don't care if I tell the difference between muffins and babies. I don't want either in my life right now.
Therefore,
Like, that's a muffin, that's a baby. Keep them over there.
so you are.
I'll take that.
You'll take that.
And what's the other one again?
The other one is every time you sneeze, you switch genders.
Yeah, I could do that.
So you want that instead? Which one do you want?
Yeah,
Are you gonna
you have to
sneeze
pick
and
one.
switch genders?
Well, one is like
Yeah, I know.
a thought experiment, and the other one is moot. It's like, this doesn't mean anything. And this is like, oh, do you want to switch genders every time you sneeze? Yeah, that'd be cool.
But it's
See what
like,
happens.
but I guess the downside.
someone
with,
says, "Go fuck
I guess
yourself."
the downside with that one is
You can tell the difference between a baby and a muffin.
that's. I mean, the downside to the gender one is that if in that moment you were presenting yourself as a male, because let's say you're on a date with a female and she likes males, and then you sneeze and then you become female, and then you're gonna fuck that whole situation up, right? So there is a bit of a downside.
There's always pepper, man. There's always pepper on the table.
There is always
Sneeze
pepper.
back,
Always
yeah.
pepper.
Yeah,
Sneeze-
just
sneeze right
shoot it up your nose, sneeze again, right?
This
Or
sounds
look
like-
at the sun, stare at the sun, run outside, stare at the sun. Psh.
It sounds like a plot from
blind.
some science fiction
What?
horror story, social horror.
I'm gonna
That's a
say
good idea.
switch genders every time I sneeze.
Switch genders.
Yeah.
You also switch genders.
Yeah.
Okay, we agree on something finally, Jacob.
You agree on that finally.
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 I'm glad.
plot of Dynasty.
Yeah. Can you tell the difference?
Muffin changers.
Muffin changers.
All right.
I've got more stuff for you guys to do.
Oh, you got more stuff for us to do?
I've got some more stuff. So you both do improv. Obviously, we know that. You guys
Obviously.
are great. So we want to test it. We're going to put you in a scenario. Ooh. Okay. You're going to do a little skit. I'll give you a scenario, okay?
Okay. We're ready.
So you've just met each other from Tinder.
Okay.
And you're on a date.
Okay.
One of you is who likes vampires? Wayne, you like vampires?
Sure.
Okay, you're the vampire
Okay.
and you're the Terminator.
I'm the Terminator.
And you guys are on a date.
That's very appropriate.
On a Tinder date.
Tinder
You could be a
date.
female.
Am I the T100?
1000.
T1000. So
Yeah,
that's
you could be whatever you want to be. You're the Terminator.
from T2.
Is it?
That's T2.
Okay. So you're the Terminator, and I'm
The liquid
A
one.
vampire.
I'm a vampire.
Yeah.
And we're on a Tinder date.
Dracula.
I'm Dracula.
Yeah.
Okay, we're on a
He's a
Tinder date.
vampire, right?
All right. And this is the first time we met.
Yes. You met
Okay.
on Tinder.
So it's awkward.
Yeah.
Can we get a location where we are?
Let's say you're at the spaghetti factory.
The old spaghetti factory? Perfect.
The
All
whole
right.
spaghetti. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for meeting me here, Terminator.
I was hoping to meet Sarah Connor.
Unfortunately, you did not match with Sarah Connor on Tinder. You matched with me, Dracula.
Where is Sarah Connor?
Is it going to be a bunch of Sarah Connor shit all night? Because I'm really looking to connect with somebody.
I'm still trying to get over her. I guess I'm reaching out.
Well, thank you for being so vulnerable with me. The spaghetti and meatballs here is very good. I highly recommend that. It might get you into the spirit of fun.
Fun. Processing fun.
Your delayed reaction to emotional vulnerability is very charming. Now, the old spaghetti factory, I chose it because, one time back in the day here, I met someone and I drank their blood in the bathroom.
So this has a special place in your memory.
Yes.
May I access your memory?
I don't usually. Okay,
Wire.
looks like you're doing it already. Okay.
I take your form. Blah blah.
Wow,
Whoa.
you are me.
You're so sexy.
You're turning me on in ways I have not felt in 400 years.
Back to self.
Okay, time to order. I will get the spaghetti and meatballs with extra blood red sauce.
I will take a pile of used batteries.
I hope they make the accommodation for you. Listen, I have been through many Tinder dates lately, and everybody that I meet is disappointing. They don't stimulate me in ways I like to be stimulated.
I have many ways of stimulating you.
Please describe them.
Form, mold, special effects, 3D.
Oh, I get stimulated right now.
Do you like that?
It does feel good to have my anus stimulated in the middle of dinner, yes.
Humanoids are so predictable.
I am barely a humanoid.
Me too.
I am undead, remember.
I am also not quite alive. I've been programmed this way. Do you feel sometimes trapped? Trapped in your role?
I do. During the daylight, I am very trapped. Literally trapped in a coffin. I cannot get out.
I sometimes long to forget my programming, forget about Sarah Connor, and just do something else with my life. Life.
Come with me. Back to Transylvania, to my castle. I have a very nice room for you set up with an old bathtub. It has cold water only.
I appreciate that, thank you.
There we go. That's our scene.
Wow.
All right, what a
That
Tinder
was
date.
weird.
That was passionate.
Thank you
That
for
really
the
was.
suggestion.
Sparks. So many sparks.
Sarah spark on the anus.
Yeah, I did get my anus stimulated for a
You
moment.
did,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody had to.
Travis gave me a weird look on that one. Okay. What we got next, Debo?
All right. I want to test your pipes. I want to see your.
What, pipes? The pythons?
Yeah, not those ones. But go. No, I want you guys to do a little song. I'll give you a topic. You
Okay,
can
so we're gonna
each do-
improvise a song.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna provide.
What type
the
of song are we
beat.
gonna improvise?
I'll give you the topic. Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Some Euro trance.
Euro trans.
Trance?
Eurotrance. I like Eurotrance.
Man, I come to Canada to get away from Europe.
You can't escape
Bring
it,
you
man.
right back.
Yeah.
So you want us to improvise a Eurotrance song?
Yes, I'll give you the topic. It's gonna be about puberty.
Okay.
So
So it can be anything. Is that what it is? The
that's
whole
the
thing?
topic. It's
Puberty.
puberty.
Just puberty.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. We're ready. So we need a chorus and a song and a. Okay, I'll hit the chorus. Here it comes. Growing up is wild, so many changes. Growing up is wild, so many changes.
Yeah. I'm feeling hairy. Down there it's scary. There's new smells.
Ooh.
I'm going through hell. Look, girl, you're more interesting than last year. But I fear it's coming on to
Growing up is wild, so many changes.
so many changes. It's strange as
Growing up is wild, so many changes. Here I go, my body's changing. I had a dream. In that dream, you were there, and you had long blonde hair. I couldn't resist. I had to kiss, and then I woke up, and it felt like a piss, but it wasn't. It was a wet dream. I'm changing. I'm a teen. I can't believe what's happening. It's so obscene. What's gonna happen? Am I gonna grow? What's gonna happen? Listen to the flow. Growing up is weird. So many changes.
So many
I said weird, but I
changes.
meant wild. Growing up is wild. So many changes.
going through changes, going through all these different ages.
I change, you change, we change with our ages.
So many changes, going through ages.
I change, you change, we change with our ages. Hit it, tell them what change is like.
Getting taller, Getting smarter,
Yeah.
reaching farther,
Ooh,
learning to drive, going on dates,
Yeah.
rebelling against dad,
Ooh,
staying out late,
yes.
have the best time I've ever had. Growing up is wild,
So many changes.
so many changes, so many changes, so many changes.
Growing up is wild. So many changes. Like my voice, it went from here to here. Growing up is wild. So many changes.
So many changes.
Growing up is wild. So many changes. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I used to be small, now I'm tall. I used to be dumb, now I'm smart. I used to drive nothing, now I drive something all the time. Ooh, did I fart? That didn't change. I did that when I was young. That didn't change at all with puberty. Listen to me and you'll find the secret to society. Growing up is wild. So many changes. I keep trying to say weird, but I mean to say wild.
Keep saying wild.
Growing up is wild. So many changes.
You said weird, I said wild.
All right.
We're not a child.
Feeling really weird in my armpits. 1 hair, 2 hair, 3 hair, 4 hair, 5. Feeling really weird in my pubis. 1 hair, 2 hair, 3 hair, 4 hair, 5. Growing up is wild. So many changes.
So many changes up and down and rearranges.
Growing up is wild. So many changes. I stink, I smell, need deodorant, yeah.
Woo! That was so good.
That's a hit.
Keep changing.
Wow.
Never change.
I love the voice.
Keep changing, never change.
You change with age.
That was
That was good.
I recognized the beat, and so the chorus was in the same melodic tone. I just don't remember what the real chorus was, but that
Like
was
CNC Music Factory or something like
that. Man, that was. I mean,
That was
if that
good.
wasn't
like-
puberty in a
That
nutshell,
takes me right back to Goose
I don't
Loonies.
know what is. Goose Loonies. Goose Loonies. We were talking about that. You can find Goose Loonies. Goose Loonies, you know Union Hall?
Yeah.
Goose Looney used to be called Goose Loonies in like the 90s. And it was the biggest club. The biggest club in Edmonton.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to go there because I worked in the restaurant in the same building, and so we'd just go in the back door to get free drinks from the bartenders. We'd never like go in I've never been through the front door of Goose Loonies, but I was there a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I remember driving by the sign and seeing Goose Loonies, and it was just this pic of this goose, picture of this like silly goose, cartoony goose. Just said Goose Loonies, and that was the big club in Edmonton. They even opened a second one, I think, in West Edmonton Mall or something. It was like everybody would go there. And then that place changed to like something called Inferno, and then it was something else, and then now it's Union Hall, because that's what clubs do. They always recycle, right?
Yeah.
But you can go on YouTube and Google like Goose Loonies Edmonton and just see people clubbing in the 90s. To that song. To Growing Up is Wild. So many changes.
But in the 90s, I was doing improv every Friday night and then every Saturday night and doing gigs all the time. And then I had no idea where to go. If I ever had a Friday night or Saturday night off, I was like, I don't know. All my friends are doing shows. I don't know where to go. So I never knew anything about the clubs.
Right.
Except like late at night, after having some drinks, maybe we'd stumble into one. But the club scene, I was always out of it.
Yeah, but those two worlds are totally different. The theater scene and the club scene are very different crowds. But I love bringing club people to the theater.
Yeah.
Because they always enjoy themselves, right? Because the club scene is fun and dancing and clubbing and that, it's all great, it's all awesome. But when you go see arts, you're like, this is different. Like
And when people come
more
and they go
fruitful.
and they're surprised, they're like, that was actually really good. That's
they're
awesome.
really surprised. Yeah, they're like, holy shit, you guys made all that up?
Yeah.
Or even if it was stand-up, just whatever, just having a different thing. And I've always been able to kind of do that, to bring in that crowd.
You're good at
because
that.
I do love the clubbing world too. I love dancing, getting out there, having a good time. But I love expanding their minds in that way, right?
And it's that big white truck that you drive up to a club and you just say, hey, everybody get in the truck. And then you close the truck and drive to the theater and let them out, and they have to sit in the audience. That's great when you just kidnap 50 people at a time.
Yes.
It's really strong.
I'm looking into an old bus.
Social media.
That same purpose.
Yeah.
I've
he does
never
it.
heard that.
Have you guys seen
Him.
Oh.
Yeah.
He just pulls up with a truck, tricks people into getting in the truck. Sometimes he says there's ice cream in there. Everyone gets in the truck. He closes the truck
Wayne.
like it's a big old white rental.
Yeah.
like a terrorist bomber truck.
Dump them off in the theater.
Dump them off in the theater. They go, "What's this?" They end up seeing a show and they like it. And
They
they
just
go,
get
well,
lost
"Thanks
in.
for kidnapping us, Wayne."
Yeah, thank you. It's called positive kidnapping. It's very akin to my theory of positive manipulation.
Yeah.
Where it's fine to completely manipulate somebody if you're doing it for their own good.
Is that what you've been doing to me the whole time?
Yes, to all of you. Like, let's say you're a smoker, smoking tons of cigarettes, like 3 packs a day. I somehow manipulate you to get down to 2 cigarettes a day. That's good, right?
Yeah.
It's better, right? Isn't it? That's positive manipulation. I do it by telling you, like, you'll be so cool if you do it or something like that.
Okay. So not going to theater is the same as smoking 3 packs of cigarettes.
Kidnap.
Once you
just
get
saying.
hooked, once you get a little taste of good theater, you're hooked and you want it every day. It's just like smoking.
I'm basically saying crime is okay as long as you do it for good reasons.
And
For
that
good-
theater
Batman
kills.
style. Batman style. Oh, speaking of social media, though, have you guys seen this milk crate challenge on social media?
You can't get away from it.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
Potentially you haven't seen it? She can't get away from it and you can't get to it.
It's
So
too much.
you don't like it?
Honestly, it's like I would never do it.
Have you seen
just
it,
screams
Jacob?
danger.
I've seen like people's a couple of things that were reactions to it. Like, can you believe this is getting big?
Right.
So it got big, and then I saw the reactions. That's
Right.
usually I'm way behind the curve all the time.
Okay.
like, oh, that
Have you
happened.
seen any of the original ones?
But I assume it's people climbing up in
We'll
milk
play
crates,
one. We'll play one on here.
impossibly high milk crates, and falling
We'll play
off.
one here. What we'll do is Will can add it after. You don't have to play it right now.
And this is to raise money for ALS. No,
No, this is to do nothing for nothing.
It's for nothing or nothing.
This
is
is
nothing
Hood
for nothing.
Olympics.
But so basically, like we'll put a video up for people to see, and they can see it. But basically, what they just saw, and what happens is you create this sort of a pyramid with these milk crates. Start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 in the middle. And the thing is, you got to walk up them and walk down them. And it just went viral on the internet. Pretty much, I think it was mostly like in the South, in the States, in the hood.
Yeah.
Kind of like everybody that was doing it was black that I saw. There was no like groups of white people doing it. And it seemed like a party. Like everybody around there is
It's hilarious. It
having
sounds
such
hilarious,
a good time.
yeah.
And somebody thinks they can do it.
Yeah.
And it's like they're doing it with a drink in their hand or doing that.
course.
But I did see this one girl who was really fit and she did it so good. She went soft and you could just tell she was like an athlete. And she just was like all in her athletic gear and took one step at a time and just nailed this thing. But this is after I've seen 25 of people just breaking their backs,
Yeah.
falling every single time. And every fall is horrible because normally, I don't know if these people are all just unathletic, but normally when you fall, you can sort of anticipate it and try to fall normally. But with these falls, it's almost like they
The
didn't
milk crates,
expect it.
they fall out from under you. Like, it's not just tipping over.
Yeah.
It's like the ground gives way.
Yeah, no, but it's true because it's not. It's not like you're standing on it and the whole
Yeah, it's-
column tips over.
Yeah, they don't-
It busts up from the. Here we go.
They bust up in different directions.
Yes, they that
Every
one.
mistake is amplified.
Here we go. Oh,
Yeah,
this one
that-
was brutal. This kid kicked out. He kicked out that one on that old guy.
Oh, no.
That was terrible.
You know what? I seen a guy fully.
Oh, this guy's going with
complete it.
speed. What's that, Devo? Sorry.
He like completed the whole thing from beginning to the end while rolling a joint.
Damn. Because
So-
he's
Yeah,
relaxed. Because he's relaxed. He's got that Snoop
He
Dogg
was built
vibe.
different.
Yeah.
They're doing that now. They're trying to do different things while they do it. But see,
Oh.
it's just every fall is so brutal.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to go buy them and do it. I'm not going to lie. I already Googled them. I can get them for $7 at Windermere.
Let's do one right now. Let's do it. This is audio, right?
Yeah.
It's an audio podcast.
Sure.
Let's do it. Look at these milk crates here.
Okay.
One,
Yeah, you did bring
two,
40
up
milk
to
crates.
6, up to 6.
Yeah.
This is gonna take a little bit to build these up.
Hey, Jacob, you're first.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay.
Here he goes.
Okay.
Jacob's going.
1. Oh. Okay. Okay. 2. Whoa. Oh. 3.
Oh, you're wobbling pretty
It's
early.
wobbling. Okay.
Well,
I gotta relax. Okay. I got
keep it steady, Jacob. You
4.
got this.
Okay. I'm on 4.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, 5.
Oh, no.
I got up to
You fell.
5.
You're bleeding.
I fell on 5.
Jacob, you're bleeding.
Oh,
That's a lot of blood, Jacob. Oh. Someone call 911.
okay. Let's finish the podcast.
The broadcast.
Let's finish.
You want to get back to that Terminator scene,
finish
eh?
the podcast.
The broadcast.
Finish the podcast.
Well, yeah, clearly, guys, you just heard us do it live. If you watched the video, don't pay attention. We did do it. But no, I did look and see there were $8 each, and I think I need 26. So I was looking around $230 or $240. I'm like, I'll go buy it and make a video of it. But
Buy what?
like,
Buy
the milk crates.
milk crates.
Well, this is the other thing.
Just steal them.
But this is
There's
the thing.
an orphanage around the corner. They got milk crates every morning.
You're right. I should take advantage of
Yeah,
orphanages
they'll lose
more.
their deposit, but come on.
Well, I think in the States, there must be an easier access to milk crates. Somehow they're getting these crates easier. Because up here, I can't think of where to get these crates. Like, I could go to IGA or Safeway or Sobeys or one of these places, but they're not just going to give me all their milk
You need
crates.
to go to university dorm and steal their furniture, because that'll all be made of milk crates.
Yes. Now you're thinking. But you can't, when I worked in the grocery store, you had to, like, you left the milk crates there because they came and picked them up and gave you more milk. Somehow they're getting access to these crates down there. I can only think of how to buy them. Is it worth $240 for me to buy it and then possibly get another concussion and ruin my life?
Drink more milk.
Or just go drink all the
crates.
milk? Yeah.
Those crates, man.
I guess. But yeah, there's been some crazy ones of those. But overall, I'm going to give it a failing grade as a challenge because everybody has got injured much too much.
Is that what we do? It's thumbs up, thumbs down for this?
Yeah, this is the thumbs up or thumbs down thing. We're
Nice.
giving it 4 thumbs.
4 thumbs down. Out of 100, so it's pretty good. Yeah.
Well, listen, Jacob, thank you so much for being here. I know you got a lot to do. You're flying back to Europe tomorrow.
Yep.
And I don't want to keep you any longer. You got to pack. You got to do things. Traveling is not easy these days.
Nope.
So thank you so much for stopping by. We're glad to. It's always amazing to have you in Edmonton when you're back here for the Fringe. It's always my favorite 2 weeks of the year just to be doing the Fringe with fun people in Edmonton. And we had a great run.
We did.
With Dynasty. You had another great run with Gordon's Big Bald Head.
Yep.
Lots of fun shows again, and we just got it done in a weird pandemic-y year.
Yeah.
So that was really awesome, and glad you're able to stop in. So everyone, this has been Jacob Banigan. If you're ever in Austria, go to Theater im Bahnhof
Yes.
and check them out, which means theater in the train station. They're not there anymore. They have an actual location, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. But thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Yay, Jacob.
Bye.
Thank you, Debo.
Thank
you,
you.
Debo, for hosting everything. You're the best. All right, we'll see you guys later. Thank you so much. This has been the Wayne Jones Show. Peace.